looking over the field. And we have a green, and the field makes a beautiful start. Fred Peckham, holding up the cars immediately behind him, the outside line takes the advantage. And Fred Peckham drops back quite considerably into the lead. It's Pat Chambrello in the lead. He's built up a couple of lengths as he comes out of turn 4 for the first time. Pat Chambrello holding that lead. In second place, we've got Manny Diaz, is very well placed indeed, and the first three are pulling well away from the remainder of the field at this very early stage of the race. A 30-lapper coming up to complete 2 of the 30. The first three still in line astern and in very close company. The remainder hanging back just a little. Let's see if there's going to be a closure of that gap. At the moment, there is no closure. The order remains the same. It is still number 6, Pat Chambrello, holding the lead with an advantage over Manny Diaz in second place as they come across the stripe for the third time.
Starting to break his way out of the pack is Bob Potter. He's already up in a battle for the number 5 spot. Keep an eye on car 51 as he moves up now on Bernie Singer in the 4th position at the moment. Jerry Savage doing a good job, Barry. He's running 3rd at the moment and starting to close the gap on Manny Diaz just a little bit. Good battle for that number 4 spot. 5 cars tightly bunched looking for that position.
Well, there's half a dozen of them there. Then there's a slight gap. There's another half dozen in very close company. Now, the first 3 are indeed pulling away, as you can see, but the next 6 are in such close company. 5 laps completed. The remainder of the field, and 1 going to the infield, whose number we can't see. It's slightly damp at the moment. It's probably 22, Frank Cardile. Lloyd Eagle.
Yes.
Lloyd Eagle, and he may well have stalled his engine. No, he's got it going again, but he has lost a lap. When he rejoins, he's a long way behind. He's got a lot of wet on his tyres. He's going to have a problem gaining it even.
And he goes a lap down to the field. But meanwhile, our leader, Pat Chambrello, has stretched things out. And Pat looking for his first win of the year. This may be his night. Will it be smooth sailing all the way? He certainly has built up more of an edge over Manny Diaz and Jerry Savage. However, Bob Potter has broken out of the pack in the number 51. Keep an eye on Bob. He ran very strongly in his qualifying heat. Now he's picked it right up once again. Problems. Brian Cipriani and Fred Peckham come together between turns 1 and 2. And out comes the caution flag for the first time on lap number 7. As now the field tightens up.
He has to go to the back of the pack, and we have a green, and that field is so closely bunched. And yes, Pat Chambrello is taking that lead and holding the lead and pulling away, but Manny Diaz is right there with him. Diaz is with him then. Oh, what a close bunch we have for the next, 10 places in very close company as they go into turn 3. Can they all get through? Yes, they can indeed. And the order remains the same, but look at this traffic jam. It's like commuting into Hartford first thing in the morning.
Bob Potter now running 3rd as he overtook Jerry Savage. Tight bunch right behind them as they work their way out of turn 2 and into turn 3 now. Bernie Singer doing a good job down low at the Ford Probe number 35. Now Potter has closed in on our leaders, so we may have a challenge for the lead. Here goes Potter, low on Diaz. Diaz shuts the door that time.
But Diaz is fairly high up now, and Bob Potter is right there with him. Diaz uses a very interesting line. He comes out very wide and chops in very comfortably indeed as he comes into the corner where Bob Potter is challenging, and we have a little bit of T-boning. I can't see the number. It looks like 01 from here, but no.
Zooms the pace car into the infield, and we are ready. There's the green. Chambrello gets a good jump again. Bob Potter down low will fight for second place, and he's got it. So Potter is the man to keep an eye on right now.
But Jerry Savage is right there and challenging.
Savage takes the number 3 spot away from Manny Diaz. Tom Tagg following right on his back bumper.
Well, I think Tom Tagg will get past Manny Diaz. Yes, he's done just that. So Tom Tagg will really have a battle now. Probably the most experienced driver in this particular particular division, and a very successful one as well. And there goes the lead. Chambrello's lost his lead.
And Bob Potter is the man in front. Meanwhile, back in the pack, Bo Gunning is starting to make his move. He's now running in 8th place. Ted Christopher running 10th. Christopher now dives under Mike Paquette. He looks to move up a notch. And Diaz, Bo Gunning now making another move, and he moves up another position.
And it's Bob Potter holding the lead from Pat Chambrello, and those two are starting to pull away. Jerry Savage is holding third, but a rather tenuous third. In fact, he's going to lose it, I do believe. Yes, he loses it.
Richie Gallup is the man. Now, Richie Gallup is an outsider, a dark horse for the point championship. A big finish would keep him in contention for the fall final.
But doesn't he tiger well?
Absolutely. But Bob Potter, Mr. Steady, is out in front. He'll be a tough man to beat tonight.
There's the half distance.
And Gunning is now running in 7th place. And we've got a yellow as Brian Cipriani spins for the second time in this event. Up between turns 1 and 2. Brian Cipriani losing it on his own, Potter. So if Potter gets a good jump, you can look for Gallup to follow right along him and challenge Chambrello for the number 2 spot.
And here they go. They wind up the elastic, and away they go in the biggest possible way. Holding that lead, still Bob Potter. Potter using a beautiful line through turn 1.
And that's just what happens. Gallup takes the number 2 spot away from Chambrello. Tom Tagg will try to follow Gallup. And we're coming up to the halfway mark. Bob Potter the leader, but now feeling pressure from Richie Gallup.
And isn't Richie Gallup challenging?
And look at Bo Gunning move. He's now running in 5th place. Christopher right behind him. Well, I tell you, the top 4-point men now running in the top 6 spots. 16 down and 14 to go. And a little problem in turn 4. It looks like Frank Wainwright getting sideways, but he picks right back up, no caution.
Nice quick reaction by him.
Let's keep an eye on Bob Potter. He seems to be drifting up just a little bit, but not quite enough for Gallup to make a challenge.
Well, knowing Richie Gallup, he's just waiting for the opportunity to get through. He may well have the power to get through. Almost having a slipstream on the back straightaway, and he's just waiting for the opportunity to make his attack.
Well, one thing you know for sure, Bob Potter doesn't make many mistakes.
Oh, no. And Bob Potter is well aware that Richie Gallup is that close behind him. And those two battling so closely, in so doing, they are pulling away from 3rd and 4th place men, order as before. 3rd and 4th place men still keeping close company, but there's a challenge going on there. And look at Richie Gallup really challenging Bob Potter. There's nothing to choose between them. Potter has that beautiful line through turns 1 and 2. Richie Gallup goes slightly wider than Bob Potter through turn 2, onto the back straightaway, less than a length between them. Turn 3, as before, Richie Gallup waiting for that challenge, waiting to make the challenge. Can he make it? He tries it on the outside, tries for the inside. And those two pulling away from the remainder, 20 laps completed, still Bob Potter from Richie Gallup. Richie Gallup trying for the challenge, making a challenge now. Front wheel to rear wheel, he's got the inside line going into turn 1 and loses that lead. He almost took the lead there. He has got the power with which to do it. It is challenge all the way.
Meanwhile, you have to give a lot of credit to Bob Georgitis, running his best race of the season in car 86, as he's running 3rd now ahead of Chambrello. It's Gunning running in 5th place, followed by Ted Christopher in 6th place.
But it's still Bob Potter from Richie Gallup in the lead, coming through to complete 23 of the 30 laps. As before, Richie Gallup just looking for an opportunity to get through, waiting for Bob Potter to move out of his usual line, but he is not going to do that. Bob Potter still holding the lead. Richie Gallup still holding that second place. Bob Georgiadis in third. And the two leaders pulling slowly but surely away from the remainder between them. Now, will we have a yellow under this situation? Yes, we have a yellow.
And of all people, it's Bo Gunning having a problem in turn 4. And this could prove very, very costly to Bo Gunning. I don't know what the problem could be. But anyway, that brings out the caution again. Chambrello now has a problem on the backstretch.
He's throwing out some smoke.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's got mechanical problem there. He may well have blown his engine. Into the pits.
He just may be trying to get, I don't see how he can possibly get back out here. No way. Back and straighten this out in a hurry. Our late model feature yet to come, and here again the point lead is on the line. Getting them all straightened out. Ted Christopher running in 4th place, Steve Shawatsky in 5th. That's where a lot of the confusion arose. Can Bob Potter hold that lead against the challenge of Richie Gallup?
Aren't they closely bunched?
Great start by Potter. He really got the jump on Gallup.
Bob Georgiadis holding that 3rd place and being challenged. The challenge disappears. Richie Gallup is challenging every single inch of the way, but it is still Bob Potter.
And a great battle for 4th, Barry. Steve Shawatsky takes it away from Ted Christopher. And contact. As the 17 of Recchi goes around, comes right back out on the grid. Let's see if he stalled or not. He has. Let's see if he can get it fired before they come back around.
No,
you can see him working hard. Nope, not in time. Wow, look out, everybody.
Oh dear, Christopher has virtually put himself out of the race.
And certainly there is a tough break. Ted Christopher has got to be moaning and groaning in that cockpit right about now. You can see it coming.
Yeah, I think he's ruined his left front suspension. Yes, he has. Left front suspension is gone.
And what a break for Bob Potter and Bo Gunning in that.
Well, Christopher's left front wheel and tyre have both gone. But, well, there we are. He just was not able to avoid
to continue.
Yes,
here we go.
So. Yes, and we have the green flag situation again with 5 laps remaining.
And Richie Gallup jumps to the 4. Richie Gallup in the lead over Bob Potter. Well, a great restart by the veteran Gallup takes it away from the veteran Potter.
It didn't surprise me. Didn't surprise me at all, because Richie Gallup, as you say, a veteran, an experienced driver, and his reaction was just that much faster than that of Bob Potter, and he is consolidating his lead by about 5 or 6 lengths now. 4 laps to go.
Meanwhile,
go ahead, Robbie.
Keep an eye on Bo Gunning. He has already moved up into 10th place now. From 19th in 2 laps, he moves up 9 positions. So Bo has really put the hammer down in car 33. A spin. It's the 44 of Wainwright. Spinning in turn 4. Let's see if that brings out the caution. He's trying to get back out here. Keep an eye on this one. Here they come. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go for Gallup as he stretches his lead.
It is still Richie Gallup, and he's being... No, he's not. It's the back marker that's being taken. Richie Gallup pulling away from Bob Potter is still Richie Gallup. 2 laps to go. 1.5 laps to go. Richie Gallup. Here's the white flag showing 1 lap to go. Richie Gallup holding that lead. Bob Potter in 2nd place. And Bob Georgiadis holding a wonderful 3rd place. It is still Richie Gallup. On his last lap, Richie Gallup by about 5 lengths. Bob Potter, Bob Georgiardi is in second and third respectively. Into turn 3, into turn 4. The checkered flag is out for Richie Gallup. Takes the flag, a beautiful drive. Having been in second place for so many laps, and then really anticipating the start of the restart rather of 25 laps, lead to the winner and to interview Richie Gallup, who's had mixed fortunes this season. He had, if you remember, a couple of months ago, a very nasty incident just out of turn 2, and injured himself, possibly the worst injury here this season, but he was back in action within a couple of weeks, and we were delighted to see him back, and he lost none of his old steam, as we saw this evening. Awaits him, the press are awaiting him to take their photographs, and as soon as that has been done, he'll be out of the car onto the rostrum with Rolly Jacobs. Rolly, it is all yours.
Victory. Congratulations from his crew and friends. Bob Potter pulling into victory lane also, as Bob recorded a fine second place finish. Richie, congratulations. That was one heck of a race, and there's no doubt about it. The key, of course, was that restart.
Yeah, me and Bob were having a good race there. He was running real strong too, and this Deuce crew really got this car hooked up tonight. They've worked hard all year, really, and I'm glad to say we finally made it here. We had a lot of seconds and thirds and stuff, but there ain't nothing like a win, you know, and I just want to thank Dew and his crew, and Coors Beer, and the mayor. And I'm just happy to be here, and I want to thank all you fans for being out here tonight.
Yeah, a great crowd tonight to see this competition, really hot competition, Richie. With your win, you still are alive in the point race with a double point show coming up on the fall final, but a lot of good things have to happen for you that day.
Yeah, we're just going to go for the wins, and whatever the opponents fall, they fall. I mean, that's all I can do.
Absolutely. A very strong run. The car was running well all night long.
Yeah, the car ran real strong today. They got it working real well, and this is where we are.
All right, Richie, congratulations. A fine win for you tonight. Way to go.
Thank you.
All right. And we're going to call Bob Potter up very quickly, too. We have a presentation to make to Bob, because as the leader at lap 15 of the modified feature, we have a gift for him from Peter Taragna, a special friend of the Speedway. So we're going to get Bob up here. And, of course, Bob, very much involved in the point race now, has closed the gap somewhat. Start was the thing that cost you.
Well, we were getting real loose, you know, through the feature, and, you know, I didn't want to wreck myself or wreck Richie either, and he was doing a good job. He didn't put me out or nothing like that, so, you know, we were just hoping to get back in one piece and get the car going a little better next week, you know, but the car went a hell of a lot better in the feature than it did in the heat and the warm-up, so I'm pretty happy about that.
All right, Bob, here's a check for you from Peter Taragna for your being the leader on the 15th lap. Now, as far as the point race, doing some quick calculations, with Bo finishing, I believe, in 6th or 7th place, you picked up points on him, so you're now 4 points out of defending your championship, and that'll really set the stage for October 3rd and 4th.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, you know, I mean, we had some bad luck the last 3 or 4 weeks, but hopefully we'll come back and win that last one and win the championship again. You know, that's our main goal, but, hey, luck is what's happening, and we just ain't had it. Tonight we were pretty lucky, and I'm grateful for that.
All right, Bob, a real gentleman on and off the track, and our congratulations to you, and we'll look to see you in the fall final.
Thanks a million, Rolling.
Okay, Bob Potter, ladies and gentlemen, the number 2 man in tonight's event behind Richie Gallup.